to the coastline.
This is Zola Stone, and she's a Paradoxx.
I'm wearing a dress.
Being a young, beautiful Black woman in the entertainment business, in the strip club, just in the world is tough. I'm strong. I believe all women are strong. We can get through anything. So, I mean, there is vulnerable moments. Like, I guess I could start with the strip club because that's easier. Like,
I think right now I'm definitely unsure, but I need to be brave like every second of my life.
I live by myself. I have bills that need to be paid. So that's why I turned to the club to begin with. Because I used to work 3 jobs. I was a nurse, I was working at dispensaries, and then I was a cocktail waitress and bartending at casinos, restaurants. And then I did start, doing bottle service and all that in the strip club, but it was just always supposed to be just waitressing. I don't, I mean, hey, some girls, they do it because, hey, it's fast money and it's fun, and hey, maybe they might actually like it. But those girls are usually young, and it's when they just first get into the game, and you get that rush, I guess. But I don't think anybody goes into this thinking, oh, I love this, I want to be a stripper when I grow up, oh, I want to do this. I don't like this, but this beats working 3 jobs. Then I was going to Los Angeles recording school for music production. Living by myself, I'm paying high rent, I got my car, I got all these bills, I'm doing all this by myself. I'm trying to invest in my music career with myself. I'm like, I have no free time. All I'm doing is working to just pay the bills and I'm still just getting by.
Growing up, I was always the outsider and the loner, and I feel like that made me a stronger person because I always had to be independent. Being different and being an outsider is a good thing.
This is dance, this is art, this is exercise. People don't just look at it as it's a hoe on stage. Like, song out called Cheap Hotel, and she has the Claremont twins in the music video. It's just like, it's art. And some people, even men, do look at it like that. Body is art, and like, to do all that with your body, not everybody can do all that on the pole. After my stage set, like, you're a really good dancer and you have like really good strength and you have like nice body and like how to perform. Like, the only thing that I've learned from the club is just gaining confidence, learning how to talk to people, learning how to own the room, becoming a better performer because of the confidence.
No emotions is basically what the title is about, kind of building yourself up. I've been through a lot of shit, so it's just like, I don't have no emotions anymore. I'm rolling with the punches. So this is no emotion.
I wouldn't say performing at the strip club helped with my creative process at all, just because I've always been a creative person since, a young child. I've always been, really into music, modeling, acting. How I knew that I was going to be, an artist, musician at a very young age is because I really had to learn everything the hard way and learn on my own. I didn't really know much about like what was hot, the artists and things like that. But I just remember in first grade, actually, one of my teachers, I don't know, he was just really nice to me. And I don't know why, but he was very, very nice to me. I think he kind of knew my situation, but he would always give me a new CD every week, because he would just, like he loved music, and he would be like, oh, like, do you know who Nivea is? And I'm like, no, like, I don't know, like, about any of the artists. We were struggling, so we couldn't afford certain channels on cable. So, I just had to figure it out. Like, I didn't know. So that was actually the first CD he gave me was Nivea. Became obsessed, and the next day I was like, oh, I really love her, and I love the whole album. And he was like, I knew you would love her music, and like, you kind of remind me of her. And that's when I really just got hooked in. I'm like, this is what I want to do. And I would remember, like, I would be just watching music videos after school. I would be watching music videos all night. I would be dancing, performing, singing in my room, writing music. I was just really obsessed, from there. Second CD the next week he gave me was Aaliyah. I didn't even know who Aaliyah was until it was him and one of my friends in my class. She called me, I remember, and she said, Aaliyah died. She died in a plane crash. And I didn't even know. And so, he gave me her CD, and I watched all the music videos, and I listened to all the music and the albums, and I was just like, wow, this is my dream. Like, I knew at a very young age, by the time I turned 18, I knew that I would be, as soon as I graduate high school, I'm going to LA to follow my dreams, to be an artist. So I already knew that. And my mom, she would always tell me, no, because you're going to end up like everybody else in Hollywood and end up doing drugs and this and that. Like, she always hated the idea. She wanted me to become a doctor or a lawyer. She thought, it's not realistic. What a lot of parents would say, but was like my obsession, my dream. I always knew that's what I'm gonna do. The third CD he gave me, J-Lo. Fell in love with J-Lo. Same thing, obsessing. I had to get every single CD that came out. I remember whenever my mom and I would go to Target, I would be begging her, please, can we get this CD? Like, when I tell you I had a library full of CDs, I literally had my own library, you know? But I remember, like, we would play the J-Lo CD, like, after school. We would play it in the basketball court, and I would be like dancing, performing, trying to get it like J-Lo. And then I believe the fourth CD he gave me, and this is the last CD he gave me, was Michael Jackson.